welcome back to Living 757. Quincy, how are you feeling about this NFL season?
I think that's not a good question. Let's move on.
Okay, well, right now I'm excited and you're feeling how I normally feel. I'm a Commanders fan, he's a Dallas fan. Our next guest actually used to play in Washington and I worked with him at the NFL Network back in the day.
Okay.
Please join me in welcoming my guy, LaVar Arrington. Hey, LaVar.
Hello, hello, hello.
What's
Thank
happening?
you so much for joining us. We are so excited to have you.
Pleasure to be on. Thanks for having me.
Hey, LaVar, before we get into anything, I just got to ask, can you just talk about, how fun it was for you playing with Washington back in the day? Like the laugh.
Fun's a great word, isn't it?
That's coming from a Cowboys fan. How fun was it playing with
I get it, and you are a Cowboys fan, so and I have been privy to it, so I hear all of the sarcasm in your voice while asking me the question. I really enjoyed playing in Washington, D.C., the DMV, obviously representing, interestingly enough, 3 different markets in one place. It's a very unique setup, a very unique situation. They love their football team very much, and for me, I became a very, very intricate part of the Washington, the DMV community by being a part of the team, and it was an amazing experience for the most part. There were a few obviously interesting aspects of my time there. One being the owner, the former owner of the team. But aside from that, I really enjoyed playing with the Washington Commanders.
Yes, and you just said it, ding dong, the witch is gone. We have a new owner. Us as the fans are excited, the team seems excited, the energy is just different. So how are you feeling about this new era in Washington?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I had an opportunity to get back and meet with the ownership. I have had an opportunity to meet, I've met Dan Quinn before, but it was very brief, and had an opportunity to meet with him again before the game. And it just seems like it's a different vibe, a different feeling. And it seems like football is what matters most. There's no ulterior motivations or any type of distractions.
Yes.
They allow the people that they're hiring to do the job. They're not with the record company where,
Yes.
where the owner of the record company wants to be in the front of the camera.
Oh, that's the Suge Knight.
On the front of the record labels,
Right.
So if you want to win in the NFC East, you know what I mean, just get with Dan Quinn and the Washington Commanders.
I see what you did. I see what you just did. Touche, you got me back.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna flip it right back to you again, Mr. Arrington.
All right.
So I don't think you played on Thanksgiving Day, but I know the Cowboys always did. How often did you root for us to lose during those seasons?
I'm from Pittsburgh, so I got to tell you that my I don't know the best word that would be appropriate for television. So I'll just say my dislike for the Cowboys goes back to when they won against my Steelers in the Super Bowl, and I want to say that was '95. I want to say.
Oh yeah,
I feel like I was a sophomore in high school. I can remember the place, the moment, the time, and what I was doing when Dion was doing what he was doing, and Michael Irvin and those guys. Back when y'all were really good and I was really young.
Stop it.
All those things have now changed, but I'm not a big cheerer of Dallas just because I've hated them for so long.
Same.
But with that being said, I have been a cheerer of people who have played for Dallas. I mean, obviously, Sean Lee played for Dallas, going back to my hometown of Pittsburgh. One of the most beloved players, and Tony Dorsett, played for Dallas. There were moments that I've cheered for the player on the team. I mean, right now, Micah Parsons, one of the guys that I've known and obviously went to Penn State. Penn Stater is there now. So there are aspects of Dallas that I'm supportive of. So it's not an all the way hate
Thank you.
relationship with Dallas. Yeah,
Thank
there
you for
go.
at least admitting that, LaVar. We
jeez.
certainly
Okay.
appreciate
But
it.
but with that being said, I've never rooted for them to win a game.
This
Right.
interview is done.
Now,
All right.
stop it. Now, before we go, we got to bring it back to the DMV. What's your favorite part of the DMV before we say goodbye?
You know, I gotta say, it's probably hairstyles, and it's like one of those things. I did my homework as well, and you know, I see Q as a fashionista, but he's also a connoisseur of how he wants to do his hair. I've always been one that's proactive with my hair. I've had so many different looks and so many different moments where people have, well, been less than friendly to me about how I wear my hair.
Nice.
What goes into your thought process? What determines if you're going to braid it, if you're going to afro it, if you're going to S curl it, if you're going to wear a hat with it?
Look,
I just want to know because I believe the viewing audience is wanting to know.
I tell you what.
goes
I think
into
that's
that
a
thought
combo
process.
for another day.
I tell you what, I'll give you a call off of this so we can laugh about our hair, bro. But good to meet you, my man.
LaVar, thank you so much for joining
Hey,
us. It has
pleasure,
been
guys.
a pleasure talking to you.